Hello everyone, welcome back. It's me, Allie V. In today's video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about your rising, your moon, and your sun sign. I'm gonna explain what that means, and I'm also gonna walk you guys through how to calculate your own rising, sun, and moon sign. Your sun sign is what pretty much everybody already knows. But what people don't know is that there's also a rising and a moon sign that are really important to your overarching personality traits that encompass your personal astrological birth chart. So your birth chart is based off of a series of 3 data sets. You have your birth time, your birth date, and your birth location. You will have to have these 3 things in order to do your birth chart. So ask your mom or your dad or anyone that you might know who might know your general birth date and time, and then we can get started. We're actually gonna be doing this with my child, my very own flesh and blood, Barry. Barry is a Pisces boy. He was born March 8th, and he was born at 12:30 p.m. in Florida, Orlando, Florida. And we're gonna be using his birth date, his time of day that he was born, and his birth location as an example as I walk you through how this process works. So to explain a little bit more about your rising sun and moon sign, your rising sign is what zodiac was on the horizon, on the eastern horizon of your birth. Your rising sign also has to do a lot with how people perceive you on the outside. Your rising sign has a lot to do with not yourself, but everyone else's perception of you and your first impression. Your sun sign is your self-identity. It's supposed to be your ego, and it's kind of how you express yourself. It's your identity. So your sun sign is, in fact, one of the most important signs in the entire zodiac, but there's also the other 2 that play a really big role in summarizing your personality as a whole based on your birth data. So your moon sign is a little bit interesting because the moon sign isn't always apparent. A lot of people say that they felt more like their moon sign when they were a kid. Some people say their moon sign is what they feel the most. Some of these people are a little bit more intuitive, emotional, and that's what the moon encompasses. It encompasses all things intuitive. It encompasses your subconscious. So the moon in general, as a symbol in astrology and in tarot even, it's kind of like an auspicious, introspective energy. Your moon sign, for those of you who are not incredibly emotional or not incredibly introspective, you might notice that your moon sign is not as apparent in your personality, which is okay, because sometimes your moon sign will come out later in life. Sometimes it already happened in your life as a child. I personally did not like my sun sign when I first found out what it was. I was one of those people that was like, I don't really know if I like this sign. I don't know if it really resonates with me. When I started calculating my top 3, the other 2 signs that I got were actually the signs that I really liked them. That was kind of great for me personally. So once I figured that out, I really was like, okay, I can get into this a little bit more because I feel like this is hitting more of the, like I can relate more to the content here. Yeah, I hope that you feel the same way with your top 3. It all is supposed to kind of paint a general story for you, like a little snapshot. And then inside the birth chart itself, it explains even more information that it's not necessarily super important, but it's just kind of interesting. So yeah, let's get into it and I'll walk you through the process of going and finding your chart. Let's go. Okay, so let's calculate this. I'm at my computer, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go straight to my blog with all of my resources. I made a blog to make things easier for astrology Googling and just information in general that has to do with astrology. So astrobunnyuniverse.com is my website. So I'm gonna go here to resources and links, click that. And then here there is a handy button that is find your natal chart here. So let's click it. And what we're gonna do is just fill this information out. So of course we're gonna do Barry's natal chart. So we're gonna put Barry, he is a boy, and he is March 8th, 2018, 12:30 p.m. It's good to be as close as possible with your birth time because you could be a number of signs depending on the time of day. So just keep that in mind. Place, we're gonna say Orlando, South Africa. Orlando, Florida, okay? Hit the OK button. And what you have to do on here, you have to scroll a little bit to see what you got. So he's a sun Pisces, we knew that. However, he is a moon Sagittarius and a Cancer rising. So he's a double water. You see where it says 1 ASC? That stands for your ascending. So whenever you do this, just remember your sun, moon, and ascending are your top 3 signs, okay? So if you scroll down here in a little bit more, you can see all the different planets. You can see the aspects. We can go over all this in detail later, but I think knowing your top 3 is going to be the most important for your general understanding of your personality archetype summary. The sun is in Pisces. Sun in Pisces people are frequently pegged as wishy-washy, but this is all a matter of opinion. I would say Barry is very wishy-washy. Pisces is a very sensitive sign, both sensitive to criticism and other people's feelings. He's very, very sensitive boy. Okay, most like most cats. He is compassionate and sentimental. He likes isolated occupations. His potential issues, he could be lazy, oversensitive, and emotional. Okay, so let's see. Let's see about his moon. The moon represents the emotional response, the unconscious, how they express themselves when they're at home and comfortable. So it says his moon is in Sagittarius. More than anything, lunar Sagittarians need personal freedom and space. Gosh, that sounds so much like a cat. They're very outdoorsy people. I don't think he likes the outdoors. He's terrified. Potential issues may take great risk in throwing himself into the unknown. They are audacious, bold, and rebellious. They're unable to stay in one place. I don't know if that resonates with Barry as much, but maybe later in his cat life, he'll embrace it. We have moved a lot, so does that count? I'm not sure. So if you scroll down here more, you can find different planets with different placements, and these all have little quips. It gets very confusing very quickly. So the one thing I would say is like, just look for your ascendant, look for your sun and your moon inside of the birth chart for now. And then maybe when you work yourself up to it, you can actually go through some of the other information in here. I'll have another video that explains all the houses later on, so that will help you understand a little bit more about your birth chart. So, ascendant in Cancer. These people come across as gentle creatures. Oh, my child. There's something familiar about them. They're like the girl or guy next door. Cancer ascendant people are looking for structure and security in their partner and relationship. That is so true. My little baby, he just needs someone to love him and keep him safe. Okay, anyway, I digress. I'm gonna stop talking about my cat. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. There's so much data, and then in here, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the entire crazy looking graph. And if someone's well trained enough, they can actually look at this and tell you everything. I am not that person. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not, but I think it's pretty cool that you can go to a website and find this information. So this is, you can also save it out as a PDF. What I like to do is save things out as a PDF. And what I do is I just upload this to my Google Drive, and I just keep a library of everybody's birth chart. So I just do that because sometimes I need to refer to it, you know, if someone has a question or whatever, and I already have calculated them. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful and insightful. Again, leave me a comment below to let me know what your signs are, because I'd be interested in knowing myself, okay? And Barry loves you all, and I thank you all so much for watching this video. I'm excited to make another one soon. If you guys have recommendations, please let me know. Okay, thank you so much, and peace.